I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Linda. And Linda sent in a contribution for the Prager video that I did, but somebody had already beaten her to it, so she just said to use it for another video. So I'm going to use it for this. So this was sent in to me by someone else. I have seen this on YouTube. It was one of the videos I was going to get to eventually. So here we go.
Good day, good day, good day. It is Thursday evening, 8 o'clock, and It's All About You time.
When is it not? When is it not all about you with these people?
This particular live message is for the parents. Parents, I want to talk to you tonight. And I want to just really be authentic. My current situation is I'm married. I have 4 biological children. My husband has 6. We have 10 together.
10 children, 4 of hers, 6 with 6 of the husbands.
And I wanted to share just, some very authentic feelings, because as a parent, you always want to do good. You want to, be the best example for your children. You want to make sure that they have their needs met, and in some cases, all of their wants and desires if we can. But I think we went wrong. Babe. I really do, because for some strange reason, kids appear to be ungrateful today. I mean, it's just like they aren't really concerned about what a parent has to go through to make things happen for them. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes, and it's not all your kids, it's not everybody. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 that have you feeling like they, don't appreciate you, like things.
Meaning the black sheep. It's always the black sheep that's the problem. That's why they're the black sheep. But again, so now this is labeled ungrateful children. This video has 27,000 views on it from 2 years ago. So again, we got the narcissistic playbook being ran. You got 10 children, 4 of your own, 6 from your husband. Okay, and nothing but vagaries being told about these ungrateful children. And I wanted the best, and we did what we could, but yet we still have these ungrateful son of a bitch children.
Things are just expected, like you are supposed to do all the things you are supposed to do for them. And
such as, what are they accusing you of? What are they accusing you of? They will never tell you.
I just had this overwhelming feeling of unappreciated. I feel like I was just unappreciated. And it's not just one thing.
But why? Why? Why do you feel unappreciated? What is the accusation when you just say they're ungrateful and you were supposed to do things? What things? They won't tell you, because if they tell you, then they're going to have to be like, well, why did you do that? Because that's fucked up. This is why they keep it vague. This is why they won't tell you, because this is what other estranged parents who have been gone no contact with are looking for. They're looking for that you have ungrateful children, and they are not allowed to challenge you on any of your past behaviors. None of it.
It's, several things that can happen. Like you're taking your child back and forth to football games, or, all of their...
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And again, are you trying to say you're not going to the games? You're not making an asshole out of yourself in the stands like we know you people are wont to do? See, they'll tell you everything that they did, which is things that they were supposed to do, but they won't tell you what the actual problem the child has with them. They won't. Because if they did, oh boy, you're going to see an entirely different perspective.
Types of extracurricular activities, or you're taking them back and forth to school, or let's just say they're in college and they had to have a Parent Plus loan with your name on it.
So there we go. There's the money thing again. So you put your kids in college, to school, you're still talking about basic things that parents are supposed to do. But these narcissists, they want a cookie. They want credit for shit they were supposed to do. And they don't want to be called on the abuse. They don't want to be called on all the abuse they perpetrated on these children who are now calling them out as adults. And again, they won't tell you what they're actually being accused of, will they? Why is that? We already know the answer why.
To get into college. I have 2 in college right now. And they wouldn't be in college if it wasn't for the Parent Plus loan assisting them with being there. Okay? Didn't nobody go with a full scholarship nowhere, okay?
So, like, what is your point here? So it's a Parent Plus loan, but ultimately, you're partially responsible, but they're ultimately responsible for the loan. That is now that they can't get out from under. That's going to follow them around a lot longer than it's going to follow you around. And you want to act like you've done them some kind of favor here? No.
And you got some of your kids go to college and they don't even call. They don't even talk to you. They don't even answer their phone. They act like you don't exist. Like, you're no longer.
Because they're in they're away at college gaining life experiences. They're learning whatever they're there to learn. They're there to learn. They're learning how to learn. And they don't want you coming in and fucking it up.
Longer there. Or, you're taking them places, you're doing things, and then they don't even say thank you. I got one baby, boy, everything you do for her, she will say, Mom, thank you. But some of the rest of them children, do you think they say thank you? Or,
boy, the queen bee wants all her worker bees to fall in line. You can't be 1 or 2 being a problem. No. Not good enough. Not good enough. You always got to be kissing the queen bee's ass. Always.
If they do say thank you, they got something else that they want right behind it. Sometimes that ungrateful spirit, we have to pray for our kids. We got to pray for them because...
Pray for yourself. Pray for yourself. You still won't tell us what the accusations are. Because right now, all I'm hearing the accusations are, they're not kissing your ass enough. That's what I'm hearing here. You're not doing enough to serve the hive.
I don't even think they know they're ungrateful. I don't even think that they realize that they don't know what parents have gone through to make sure that they even had a roof over their head, that the lights stay on every single month.
Hey, here's an idea. You had 4 kids, and then you married somebody with 6 kids. 10 kids. So now it's the responsibility of each one of those children, okay, to understand the choices you made to get involved in a family that was going to have 10 children. But they're ungrateful. They refuse to see or take responsibility for their own selfishness, for their own narcissism. They refuse it. And now she will go online and bash her children without telling you exactly what she's bashing them for, and make herself into the victim and give all these other abusers a way out, a way to gaslight their abused children.
That the water is still running, that they use to wash their behind every single month. The food that they consume, and sometimes they consume just because they're bored, not even because they're hungry.
Looks like you've been doing a lot of food consumption yourself, not because you're just hungry. Like, again, like, you want to call out food consumption and being 70 pounds overweight. Like, only a narcissist can do that. And then not understand, then have the nerve to turn around and call her children ungrateful. With 10 mouths to feed, you and your husband, 12 people. You seem to have enough that you got yourself fed pretty well. No?
That has to happen because the parents have had to do something to make that happen. It just doesn't appear. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, every parent everybody understands that. But you're the one who chose to have 10 children.
And sometimes, the kids, they're just like, they'll even have this entitlement type of spirit about them.
Who's entitled here? Who's entitled here? Is the kid's off at college trying to learn, and you're demanding their time. You're demanding their attention. You're demanding their allegiance. Who's actually the one that's really entitled here in this scenario?
And it's like, why ain't you cooked yet? You're like, excuse me? Your arms work, your mouth work, your feet work. You can go in the refrigerator and cook just like I can.
But you just called them out for eating when they're not even hungry. So which is it?
Or, why ain't my clothes washed? I don't have no drawers. I don't have no underwear. I don't have no... And you're like, excuse me, the washing machine do work. And your hands and your mouth and everything else works.
Did you teach them? Did you teach them how to use any of that? Yeah.
You can wash your own clothes. You are 18 years old. So...
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that if you're 18. Yeah, wash your own clothes.
It just gets sometimes to the point where you just...
I mean, there's some stuff that just comes with basic parenting and life experience.
Feel like I'm about to snap your neck.
There it is. There it is. I'm about to snap your neck. There's the violence. See, and there's the attitude of why you're getting pushback from your children. Again, if you just let them talk, they tell on themselves 100% of the time. Maybe one of your 10 children didn't like having to live under the fear of having their fucking neck snapped.
If you don't get out of my face with this, I think I better have and you better do for me type of attitude, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And
what's ridiculous is she can't see it because she refuses to look in the mirror because she's a queen bee raised by another queen bee where the go-to with everything is violence.
So what I have decided I'm going to do, I'm going to pull back on some of these niceties that they seem to take for granted, and I'm going to have them provide them for themselves and see how they like that. Because obviously me doing it is expected. So since it's not appreciated but expected, I'm going to kind of clean that up because I have to take a little responsibility. I have spoiled my kids. I've tried to give them everything that they wanted. And
that's always the problem. The problem was never they were abusive. The problem is I loved you too much. I let you get away with too much. I spoiled you. You better get out of my face or I'm going to snap your neck. See, the two statements don't jive, honey. They don't.
Now I'm going to stop it because when I feel unappreciated and I feel like you have this entitlement and you don't even know what I have to go through, and sometimes I don't even feel like being at a job, but I go sick because I know that I need my money so that I can make sure they have what they need.
You have 10 kids. You and your husband got together, merged two families with 10 kids for 12 people, and you want to make that the responsibility of each and every individual child. That's not their problem. It's yours.
I promise you. Sharon is not going to do as much as she used to do. She is going to pull back.
Talking of Sharon's not, is she not? That's always another red flag right there. Talking about yourself in the third person. That's another thing the queen bee loves to do.
On some of the things that she know they can do for themselves, and I'm going to stop being an enabler, and I'm going to start enabling them to do for themselves, so they'll have an appreciation for what it costs to do it. So,
is every one of them going to have 10 kids? Are they? See, again, you make your problems their problems and expect them to just fall in line with that. You were the adult. You're the one who decided to merge two families and have 10 kids, and now they're just supposed to, like, what? What here? Get out of your face or you're going to snap their neck?
I'm talking to the parents today. I want you to pull back just a little bit and start allowing our kids who can't afford to do so. Do you know I got some kids that work every single day, and they don't even call their mama and say, "Mama, do you need $20? Can I get you some gas? Are you okay?"
There it is. So you got kids who have full-time jobs and you want their money. Can I get you gas? Why? Why? Entitlement. And if you just let them talk, they tell on themselves every fucking time. Every goddamn time.
Hey, do you need anything? But they'll come in here with all these expensive things and then, don't even say a word. And it's like,
well, maybe they can buy expensive things for themselves because they didn't have 10 kids. Again, these estranged parents expect their children to make their problems their problems, their kids' problems. And that's not how this works. Because they're selfish, they're greedy, they're entitled, and they're abusive. And they always have been.
Why don't you check on your mama? See how she doing. Why don't you check on your daddy? It's not just mamas.
Because you're nasty. You're vicious. You're entitled. You lay guilt trips. That's why. That's why. You want credit for shit you're supposed to do. You want credit for coming through for your own life, shitty life choices. That's why. Who wants to deal with this?
Because it's daddies too. Daddies are forking out sometimes more than the mamas, especially when it's a two-parent household. Daddies are taking care of everything. And even sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, even sometimes mamas don't say thank you to the daddies. They don't say, I'm grateful to have you as a husband helping us take care of our kids. So, maybe we teaching them how to be ungrateful. Because I sure my closet ain't clean. And I'm going to call my mama. Now, and some of y'all ain't even talked to your own mama. If you on this line tonight and you haven't talked to your own mama, I'm going to ask you to put aside every weight of sin, to forgive her for whatever she said or done to you, and call your mama.
Forgive her whatever she said or done to you. Again, they admit it. If you just let them talk, they just feel they don't need to be held. They shouldn't be held accountable for anything. For anything. Stay away from these people. Stay away from these channels. This is who's taking over our spaces, people.
And tell her, Mama, I'm sorry. I love you. I miss you. And
yeah, go and kiss your fucking abuser. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you. Go kiss your rapist. Go kiss the person that ruined you. Because that's your mother. No, that's not how this works, honey. That's not how this works. It's not how it's gonna work. You don't get credit for shit you're supposed to do. Not when you're like, get out of my face or I'll snap your neck.
And if there's anything that I've done that I've offended you, I'm sorry. Because when
If there's anything I've done, not what I've done and why I did it, this is why I'm telling you an apology without allocution is meaningless. These vague apologies where they don't acknowledge anything are meaningless.
your mama is gone, she will not come back. There are some people that wish they had their mama back today. And there are some folks that
more guilt trip, and here comes the guilt trip. It's the same tactics over and over and over. It doesn't matter which channel. It doesn't matter if it's TikTok Estranged, YouTube Estranged, Facebook Estranged. They're running the same fucking playbook.
have a mama that's good to them, that will give them anything they want and break their neck for them, and they don't even say thank you. They don't even call their mom on the radio.
Because you're not good to them. You're not. You just act like you are. You think you are because you're doing some things you're supposed to do. You're doing the bare minimum.
Regular basis. And when they get a piece of money, they mama ain't the first call they make.
Why should it be? Why? This is the thinking. This is the thought mentality of these people. Your money is their money because they feel they're entitled to it. They're not. Why do they think they're entitled to it? Because they gave you things besides their shitty decision making. That isn't your problem in the first place.
So I'm going to start doing better. And I'm going to start praying for my children to do better towards me. And I'm going to start it because I believe if I take 100% responsibility for the things that are showing up in my life, then I have the ability to change the...
What are you taking responsibility for? You haven't told us what you're taking responsibility for other than spoiling your children. Yeah, that they'll take responsibility for.
Outcome. And I can do that through prayer and taking responsibility for enabling my kids and doing everything for them, and then wonder why they...
Not abusing them. Not for name calling, not for nastiness, not for any of the abuse, not for that. Just for loving your children too much and enabling them. Unbelievable. Well, it's not. Because we see this over and over and over again on these channels.
They expect me to do it. You know I ain't going to keep you long tonight, but I just wanted to talk to the parents tonight because I need us to understand sometimes we're creating the mess that we're going through. Sometimes we are spoiling our kids and giving them too much stuff. And sometimes they haven't gone through anything, and by the time they get out here in this world, they're expecting things to be given to them. And they're going to be slapped in the face because this world don't give you nothing. You have to work for it. Nobody is going to care if you don't have the things that you need.
Giving all these abusers, they're out. Just telling them, oh, you enabled them. You love them too much. It's pathetic. It's just pathetic.
You'll be out there homeless and they won't even care. And we have to teach our kids that they have to work hard. Good days work for a good day's pay. That they need to...
Well, you just said your kids are working. They're just not giving you their money. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're mad your kids are spending their money on themselves instead of giving it to you. That isn't their responsibility. Your kids are grown, so if they're working, they shouldn't be expecting less, obviously. But now you want payback. They got to pay those loans back that you're taking, that you said you signed for, that you helped them get. They're the ones who still got to pay those fucking loans back.
To save their money. There is nothing worse than getting old in America with no money.
Right, but you said you wanted them to give you their money, not save it. So now you want them to save their money. But in the other breath, you said you wanted $20 or gas or whatever else from them.
I promise you, that's the worst hell on earth that anybody can ever, is to be old, sick, and broke in America. So if you haven't saved any money and you listen to me on the sound of my voice right now, start this week. Save, if it ain't but $10, put it away. I've been learning some powerful information and going to some courses that have been helping me understand it's no excuse not to save money. You can't keep saying, I don't have enough money to save, and you living in a luxury house, driving luxury cars, got a nice job, and you having the things that you need, but then you can't save money. Something is wrong.
What do you consider luxury? See, the problem with these people, they consider anything you have to be luxury and unnecessary. But in the same breath, will say, but you don't give me anything. It isn't about luxury. It isn't about what you have. It's about what you haven't given them.
With our reticular activator, that's the little part back in the back of your head. Something's wrong. Save you some money. Talk to your kids about saving money. Make sure you don't.
They only want you to save money so they can have access to it. They don't want you to save money so you have money for yourself. They want you to save money so you can give it to them.
Don't keep giving them everything that they want when they ask. Make them work for it. Make them understand that things just don't come easy in life. I remember my granddad. I don't know if y'all had a granddad like mine.
I think if they're working a job to buy these luxury houses and luxury cars, because you're not buying them, they're buying it with their money, I think they understand what it takes to make money and what work is about. This woman is completely full of shit. She's mad that the money's not coming back to the hive.
My granddaddy, I used to ask for, like back in the day, you can get a whole bag of candy for like a quarter or 50 cents when you go to the corner store. Anybody remember those days? Oh boy, I'll be like, Granddaddy, can I have a quarter? He say, you sure can. Soon as you wash the car for the quarter. And I would be out there just watching his car and excited about getting that quarter because I was too young to know any better. And then I wanted some more, so I wanted 50 cents. He was like, now, wait a minute now. If you're going to wash one car for a quarter, if you want 50 cents, you have to wash two cars. Now, I didn't know that the man was trying to teach me the value of money at that time. But when I got older, I started to realize, my granddaddy was a pimp daddy. He had me washing cars, cleaning clothes, scratching his head for the things that I wanted. Ain't wasn't no such thing as come in, Mama, you got $20 and $20 come out my purse and go in your hand. And we didn't have that. That wasn't going on. So
things are a lot more expensive. Like you just said, you get a whole bag of candy for 25 cents.
What I'm saying is we got to change our thinking about how we are teaching our kids about how to acquire things that we want. We're going to have to.
I don't know. Your kids have jobs. They're buying the things they want with their own money. This isn't what this is about. This isn't what this is about, any of this. You already admitted that.
To make it a little harder for them to get what they want because right now they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it. They don't say thank you. They don't say, Mama, Daddy, I appreciate you. They don't say anything. And they have come in with these little, y'all have some teenagers. Boy, these little teenage funky attitudes that are coming across the table right now will make you absolutely snap their neck if they keep talking.
Now you're bashing your grandchildren. Now they're on to the grandchildren. And listen, there's plenty of kids that got bad attitudes. Plenty. But now we're back to the neck snapping again.
They absolute. I wonder where this is coming from.
You. It's coming from you. This video is a 15-minute gaslight for your own fucking behavior.
Now they know their mama can be crazy sometimes. I don't even know why they even think that they can act crazy, but they've been doing it. They have been doing it.
They know their mother can act crazy. So she admits to you, and you think it's because you say it. Oh, I could act crazy sometimes, and like that makes it okay. It doesn't. It doesn't. Let's talk about the crazy. Let's talk about the crazy, but you won't. Because the crazy is the reason why your children treat you the way they do. And she don't want to acknowledge that. Why? She thinks she's entitled to the crazy. You're not.
And they say, and things that come out of their mouth and rolling their eyes. Have y'all seen them teenagers roll their eyes at you?
Yeah, because you're a ridiculous person. You're a ridiculous person. And a teenager can pick up on that. So I know you don't like it. I know you don't. But you better learn to love it. Because you're an absurd person. With an absurd pattern of thinking. You're selfish and entitled. Everything they accuse their children of being, she presents herself as. Everything.
I mean it. It is something special.
Who would want to be spoken to like this? Who? And again, look, I got a lot of black subscribers, a lot of black female subscribers who know this woman might not be their mother. They know this attitude. They've been dealing with it their entire lives. And whether you're white, whether you're black, white, or whatever, we all know this attitude, this entitled attitude. All of us.
And I'm like, Lord, how am I going to keep from going to jail talking to these teenagers? They are absolutely. They getting to the point where they looking at this stuff on TV. They listening to their friends talk to their mom and daddy, or parents, or whomever's taking care of them, and they think they can talk to you the same way. I'm going to need y'all to cut that off real quick. Sit down, have a conversation. Say, listen, baby, I understand that the TV makes it okay for kids to talk to their parents any kind of way. And
it's been like that for years. It's been like that since I was a kid. Smart-ass kids, disrespectful, mostly in commercials. Now it's, now it's in shows and everything. But it's been like that for years. Not every kid does it. Why? Why? Because not every kid has an emotionally abusive parent like you. That's why.
And I understand that your friends may talk to their parents any kind of way. But before you go through what I'm getting ready to put you through, I'm going to ask for you.
What I'm getting ready to put you through. There's the veiled threat of violence again, which I'm sure materialized repeatedly through all your children's childhoods. All of it. But I'm just crazy. Everybody knows mama could be a little crazy, right? So that makes it okay. It doesn't. It doesn't. She won't tell you specifically what's going on, but yet the more she talks, she tells you everything. She just doesn't realize it.
To reconsider what comes out of your mouth to me. Set some boundaries, hold your ground, and teach these kids how to be with you. Because I'm telling you, if you let them slide, they going to think it's all right, and then you going to have an interesting household. I don't want nobody to go to jail that's listening to me, okay? I don't want y'all fighting these teenagers. Don't fight these teenagers. And don't be going to a war toe-to-toe match and cussing at each other and acting a fool. Don't do that. You are the parent. You need to...
See, I think she realizes you can't get away with what you used to be able to get away with. She's got to try to change tactics.
Sit down, have a conversation.
Again, this is another audible to their playbook, what she's talking about here.
Set some boundaries. Tell them what the consequences are if they break those boundaries, and hold your ground and keep your word. That's all you got to do. You don't have to holler. You don't have to scream. And you ain't got to almost break their neck and go to jail.
But you will, because you can't control yourself. You will, because that's what you've been doing your entire life. It's obvious to anybody who's watching this. It's obvious.
Because I don't look good in orange, I promise you. Not that orange anyway. Make sure, set some boundaries. Make sure that you hold your ground, keep your word, and they will get the picture. Now, I'm going to let you go tonight. Thank you for tuning in to It's All About You. I hope that I helped some parents tonight.
It's All About You is the name of the channel. How fitting. How fitting.
Because I promise you, I've almost went to jail. So I'm trying to let you know that we don't have to go to jail.
I almost went to jail. I almost went to jail. Audible. Omaha. They don't like it. They don't like it that they're facing accountability. They don't like it.
We have the power because we have the money and we have everything else. We have
the money. There's the money again. But you don't have all the money. Because you said these kids are working full time. They're buying themselves houses and cars, and they're not calling, and they're not giving you any. It's always about money. Always about your possessions. She is so full of shit, this woman.
Got the lights, we got the water, we got the mortgage, we got the cars they have to ride in. So we have the power. You just have to use your power and be professional.
We have to use our power. Again, just let these people talk. They tell on themselves every time. Every time.
Know about that and make sure you set your boundaries and keep your word, okay? Don't be dealing with these ungrateful kids. Use your power. I love you and God loves you. And look, pray over your kids. Pray over them. Make sure you pray for them. Because I'm telling you, there's got to be a spirit going on over this earth that's got these kids acting crazy.
Yeah, what you consider acting crazy, we consider getting healthy. And that is getting away from your crazy ass. Ooh, crazy eyes. Crazy eyes. You can run, but you really can't hide.
Shooting people and doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Pray over your kids. Love them anyway.
And you're not praying because you want your kids to be better. You're praying because you don't want to face consequences for abuse. So again, all of this is selfish and self-serving.
Set you some boundaries and get your household straight. Have a good night. I love you. Bye.
If you just let these people talk, they tell on themselves every time. Every single time. So, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Linda, for the contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.